Hola, familia estelar. This message finds you as a grand water trine takes place in our sky. And this very specific celestial alignment comes with a geometric structure, which is an energetic signature and a reoccurring theme that you'll continue to revisit within yourself, right? Because time is a spherical model. And this is telling us to be like water. What is water? It's the feminine, it's the non-physical aspect of ourselves. It's allowing us to move through this existence very fluidly. You're being told to be like water because if nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will begin to disclose themselves to you. This reality is extremely malleable, and as you're walking a path, this path is unfolding before you, and this stillness that you're experiencing, which I feel like is reality reconfiguring and corresponding with this internal shift of perspective that's happened, is where there's a hidden process that's about to be unveiled to you. And if you're not still enough, you won't be able to listen. So empty the mind, go nowhere, because that's where everything is. When you become like water, you are formless, you are shapeless like water. However, you do not resist the container in which you're in. And I'm seeing this as the soul being seated in this physical vessel, right? Because your first message is vessel. So we're going to go ahead and read it. You have two. You have vessel and then also the page of coins message. So the vessel is this physical carbon-based life form, right? This alpha third dimensional vessel, this dimensionally limited avatar in order for you to be able to experience life in this terrestrial plane through. And this is saying that the soul is being called to, well, more the vessel is being called right now to surrender and adapt to this flow in regards to how the soul is leading the flesh right now. And remember that you're not the cup, right? Remember that you're not this vessel and you're not tied, bound, or limited to this third dimensional plane. You extend and branch far beyond this system, far beyond this matrix. And you're just as the spirit takes on the vessel, you've taken form to experience life through this temporary terrestrial dream. And you are the formless essence flowing through form. And this grand water trine is giving you the opportunity to come back into alignment with your nothingness, because in doing that, you realize that you are also everything, right? It's the everythingness. So, like water, this basically talks about the devil, a glow of a peculiar vessel, draws you in like a familiar embrace. You are radiating energy and edge, come closer towards it. It whistles a seductive song and you become fixated. So that's saying it's really easy to go unconscious in this dream, right? To fall out of lucidity and remembering this experience and this construct for what it truly is. And it almost gives me an energy of a seductive song where you become fixated, where you begin to externalize your life force, because that's what the matrix is. It's a psychological operation that diverts your energy and attention outwardly, and there's something about you turning your attention back in, okay? So all of your awareness is within your body. And it urges you to open it. Ignoring the inscriptions on the body, you remove the lid and everything around you goes dark. The most beautiful vessels can sometimes contain the most tragic stories. As humans, we all have problems that we don't show on the surface. We fill ourselves with things that distract us from reality. The vessel is much like a mask. It hides what is truly underneath. If this card has shown up, it's a time to rein in the demons, which is like the fear. This is the definition of success changing. Don't let the materialism, addictions, and obsessions of this world cloud your brilliant light. So this is the way that the soul chooses to express itself through form. It can be too easy to get wrapped up in success that you start to lose touch with your soul. Even when the terrible is swallowing you whole, there is still a light to be found in others. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And with the vessel, this is about knowing that when you're like water, you'll move through cracks, right? You'll adapt, you'll be able to transmute and find a way, no matter how your current circumstances may seem like, right? I feel like this isn't about settling or playing it safe in any way, because there's a new terrain that's being unveiled to you, and you're being told not to bend your dreams to the limits of form. Instead, elevate your vision to the frequency of your vision, right? This is about faith energy, and knowing that the future is not fixed, it's malleable, it's changeable, and it flows wherever consciousness directs it. So if your awareness is directed towards what could go wrong, right, like the lower octaves of reality, lower expressions of emotions, see this system is intelligently self-organized through vibrational frequency, and your emotions will hold a very specific geometric pattern, right? Like water, they will hold a very specific frequency and blueprint for the reality that you will collapse through space and time through your action or non-action, okay? And also the energy behind what it is that you move towards. So like water, you were born to flow beyond resistance and instead express yourself through infinite creation, right? You're a fractal of infinite potential, and it's about you expressing that freely in this realm. And then with the Page of Pentacles card in this deck, it's a really beautiful message because it's about the Pathfinder. Okay, and in this deck with the Pathfinder, oh hello, hi, mister, hi, there's a dog. Okay, I got distracted, but the Pathfinder is basically you embarking on this new journey in the physical, so ambition, diligence, and the achiever. A lion takes the stance of a runner prepared to achieve victory at any cost. The ground beneath their feet shakes, waiting patiently to make their move. The earth is a playground. And that's what you're coming back into alignment with, right? The kingdom of heaven is available for the children of the earth. And it's about you returning back to your childlike essence so that you can find more of a fluid navigation style when moving through this realm. Because children know no limits, right? They know no bounds. It's only the limits that one puts upon themselves. So the earth is a playground. The ground offers a course to chart, and the trees give the pathfinder heights to soar. So you are the pathfinder right now. If there is a way to get there, they will surely find it. The Pathfinder is someone who always reaches their goals and are straight to the point. There's no time for games, their eyes on the prize. It can be good in a reading, especially when you're unsure about the outcome of an event. So if there's a will, there's a way right now. Don't spend any more time worrying about it. This victory will be a gift from the universe. So be diligent and ambitious with your plans. If you follow the boldness of the Pathfinder, you'll achieve great success. So, and it also says you'll achieve greatness. The next message you have is Wormhole. So Wormhole is about collapsing time as you tune back in with your eternal essence. It talks about a shortcut of events and a great acceleration of events happening rapidly for you, at least when it comes to the outside world, right? Because this is almost like transversing through a black hole, but you have this time dilation bubble, which means that your experience time almost slowed down during this phase, because it's something that you've been internally contemplating since you were first seeded onto this planet and coming back into alignment with that. So it feels like it's taken you a long time to get to this point, whereas for others it can seem like an outward appearance things are just happening out of the blue, or there's almost a teleportation energy that you're going through where someone is going to see you here and then here, and I feel like it's about an alignment. And then you have Solar Zenith. This is one of the most enlightened cards in the deck. I will go ahead and read it to do it justice, but it talks about viewing this reality from the highest perspective. And you have Geomagnetic Storm. So that's going to lead to something that you actually take action towards, or something that you actually do, sending ripples throughout the earth. Solar Zenith says, beyond the mind, we meet at the sun's highest point. So the Solar Zenith marks the point where the observer and their energy centers are perfectly aligned. In our microcosms, we have energy points that are aligned linearly from top to bottom, and the energy flows through these in a linear way. The line continues beyond our body, both up and down, making us into a tool which connects the sky to the earth. So this is about you grounding the intentions that you've had for this lifetime and allowing that to flow through you freely, right? This is about anchoring source energy, which is infinite potential, and extending and branching into anything that you do, with no limitations, which are blockages or belief systems that disrupt the way of this, golden elixir being able to move through you for you to have that golden touch with anything that you do. So it's like you're clearing up this dense debris, and it's located at the top of the head. It talks about a ladder going straight up to the sky, and it's a microcosm in connection to the heavens. So you remember you were source, you were the infinite experiencing itself through this dimensionally limited avatar. So not only did the sun rise for you, but it's in perfect balance with your being. So It's interesting because your next message that you have as well is remembering who you are. Let me find it. And this is about Horus energy, and you can see the 8th chakra that's being depicted here. And the 8th chakra is all about your connection to source. It's about your connection to, your cosmic origin point, the initial origin point. And it's about fulfilling that soul contract, that intention that you had before this incarnation. This message, just basically, in a nutshell, it talks about you coming back into alignment with your cosmic intentions, with your cosmic origins, and the intentions that you had to experience in this lifetime through this vessel. And it feels like there's almost a surrendering that's taking place in order for that harmonious alignment to come into being. And this is an internal alignment because you also had 777, and you also had Heart of Ascension 2 that came through with one more card. Where was it? With Vision of Unity. So Heart of Ascension and Vision of Unity both depict, especially coming up together, an energetic signature in the remembrance that you have to all things, right? The heart space and seeing life through that biggest filter of perception is remembering that you are this unified field of consciousness. It's experiencing itself through countless life forms and infinite manifestations. So you are this rock, right? You are the device that you're watching me on right now. I am just another expression of you. You are the grass, you are the sky, you are the heavens, and you are the earth, right? You are everything. And when you come back into that remembrance, you remember that the illusion of separation is something that's so easy to fall into. And it's not you against the world or any resistance, but instead it alchemizes that resistance. And you realize it's not you versus you. It's you helping yourself. It's knowing that you have created this field. To forget in order to remember just how powerful you've always been. So, with that being said, I'm gonna love any of you guys right there. If you're already subscribed to the channel, would you consider subscribing? I'd love to have you around. Personal reading details also down below. Also check out Auto Spirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AAA grade jewelry. $1 of the proceeds are donated towards Auto Sanctuaries. I have a beautiful layering on today. And until next time, bye.
Clouds in the sky don't care if I stay all day. Dreaming of time when you and I would